childhood, a time of fun and for a lot of us making a lot of dumb mistakes. From finding out sand doesn't taste that great to learning just because your friends tell you to stick your tongue on a cold pole doesn't mean it's a smart idea. I myself am definitely guilty of this. As a young kid, I did a lot of stupid things that if I just thought it through more than a second, I could have avoided some embarrassment, or in this case, a lot of pain. I found myself to be quite clever and creative, which came in handy when my siblings and I had to think up a game to play. Our parents were really against us watching a lot of TV or playing video games all day, so we had to think of ways to entertain ourselves. Our newest game we had thought up that day went like this. Two kids would have to crawl on all fours around a chair as fast as they could. The third kid would then have to stand on top of that chair. The point of the game was simple. The person standing on the chair had to stand on one foot to balance and use their other foot to stomp on a crawling kid's back. If you stomped on someone, that person was now it and had to stand on the chair next. Why did this ever sound fun to us? I have no idea. Thinking about it now, it just sounds really stupid, but as kids, we thought we were geniuses and it was our best idea yet. We had played a couple rounds without any issues and we were having a lot of fun. This part of the story has become pretty fuzzy to me since it all happened so fast. I honestly can't remember if I had stepped on someone too hard and they bucked me off, or if I had just missed completely and fell, but I do remember being airborne.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistake.
I had never known pain like this before and started to completely freak out. And because I was freaking out, this triggered my siblings to also start freaking out. Not having the brain space to imagine our game could be dangerous, we had never thought someone could ever get hurt. Hearing my screeching, my mom rushed in and took a look at my arm. Nothing looked wrong, so she assumed I had just sprained it or landed on it funny, and everyone just continued on with their day. We did stop playing that game though. It was still pretty early in the day, and since no one thought it was broken, we didn't go to the hospital, and I walked around the rest of the day complaining, not letting anyone touch it. That night, when we were all sent to bed, I couldn't sleep. My arm was throbbing with so much pain. Enough already. Go to sleep. Now, before you call my mom a heartless monster, a little side context. I had the reputation for being quite the diva, okay? It was very difficult to tell if I was seriously hurt or just milking it. And in my mom's defense, she thought I was just crying wolf. I didn't stop crying all freaking night. In the morning, my arm was still hurting as much as it did the day before. After seeing me cry all day and all night into the next day, my mom stopped thinking I was being a diva and was getting more worried something might actually be wrong. I had never carried on this long about an injury before, so that must have sent off some serious red flags. Instead of sending me off to school, she took me to the hospital to get my arm looked at. The doctor took one look at it and said,
"Yeah, it's broken."
My mom felt absolutely awful, but I really don't blame her. Like I said, it was very hard to tell when I was really hurt. I got my arm put into a cast, and the next day when I went to school, everyone wanted to know how I broke my arm. I couldn't tell them that I had fallen off a little Fisher-Price chair. That was less than a foot off the ground, and that would have been lame. So I told them I fell out of a tree. All the kids signed it, and I had my 15 minutes of fame for not using common sense and injuring myself. Since it wasn't a severe break, I only had the cast on for a few months, and those few months were more than enough. I had broken my left arm, which of course was my favorite arm. I had to learn how to do everything with my right hand, and it felt super uncomfortable. My handwriting was terrible, and drawing was not much better. Eventually it was taken off though, and my left arm was a lot thinner than my right arm for a while, so I still needed to wait a bit so I could use it again. I actually still have it in a keepsake box with a bunch of other stuff from when I was younger. That's probably gross, but I don't care. And weirdly enough, it still fits around my wrist, and I'm a full-grown adult now. To this day, I still don't like standing on chairs. My legs get wobbly, I get super nervous and dizzy, and I'm pretty sure it's because of this story. I remember what a pain in the butt that cast was, and I don't plan on having another one anytime soon. So it's a good thing I'm tall and don't need to use one very often. Thanks, genetics. And that's why you shouldn't be balancing on that chair. Hey guys, thanks for watching my very first video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And so you don't miss the next video, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you guys don't miss the second one. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.